Alright, Shalom, Shalom. First, I want to give honest goes praise due to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Kakadash. Delbonis Passanel is a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of earth. Alright. Delbonis Passanel is a great millstone. Peace to Akim that's doing this work on the four corners of earth. This is Brother Dewey from GMS Detroit camp, or should I say camps, because we got two camps. And as you see this sign right now, it's a beautiful thing. You see that it says, you know, the American dream is over. And yes, it is. It's very over. And that's a beautiful thing, because, you know, Babylon is falling deeply. I'm not going to make a long video. I'm just going to go straight to the point. Basically, for those is, hey, because the ones that's in the truth, hey, you know what's up, you know what's going on. So I'm just going to go ahead and just play this video. Like I said, I'm not going to be all day with this. So let me go ahead and show it.
Joe Biden spending his Thanksgiving in the lap of luxury at a $39 million estate on Nantucket, but his lavish feast stands in stark contrast to the modest meals many Americans can cobble together.
The cost of the average Thanksgiving dinner is still way up compared to what it was before Biden took office. A cherry on top of that crappy Bidenomics cake, a new survey found that 42% of Americans now believe that the American dream is out of reach, and that is a 9% increase from just 5 years ago.
Well, let's turn it over to the Heritage Foundation economist Joel Griffith. Joel, good to see you. This is a real problem, as Dagan just mentioned. You know, 9% more Americans feel like the American dream is dead, and maybe this Thanksgiving, as people are having a hard time funding their own Thanksgiving dinner, as Joe Biden sits in a $39 million estate, no doubt they should feel that way.
Oh, a typical family, without a doubt, is feeling the pinch right now. A two-income family, upper middle class, is suffering around an $8,000 annual pay cut. And Thanksgiving dinner, that's just part of it. Of course, you got the travel costs. If you looking to buy a home, it's costing you another $1,000 a month of mortgage. And a lot of the numbers that are coming out right now are very negative. We see auto defaults that are up, credit card delinquencies up, credit card balances at an all-time high. And I'm fearful it's going to get worse until real changes are made in Washington, D.C.
We always talk about it was inflation and then the interest rates skyrocketing by the Federal Reserve initially to fight it. But with mortgage rates going up, and we talk about home sales hit a new 13-year low yesterday for the previous month. This is existing homes. Home affordability is the worst it's been in decades. And if you compare where prices were the last time mortgage rates were at 7.3%, 7.5%, they were almost 8%. You have to have home prices come down about 30% to get them to where they are, adjusting for just regular inflation, to make them to bring affordability in line with where they should be.
Oh, yeah, home affordability has never been worse in this country. Overall, right now, it takes you close to 50% of a typical income just to make a typical mortgage payment. And of course, there's other parts of the country, such as Miami, New York City, that are even worse than that, where it takes you about 65% of your income just to pay those bills. And sadly, both Republicans and Democrats seem reluctant to make the changes to the housing market that are necessary. We have seen now for decades trillions of dollars of government subsidized monies flooding into the real estate market, compounded by our central bank purchasing mortgage-backed securities. Federal government policies have created this housing bubble just like they created the housing bubble in 2006. And by every metric, the housing bubble today is actually worse than it was 14 years ago.
Yeah, it is worse.
Yeah, no doubt about that. All right, as the American dream continues to reach, as Americans continue to reach for the American dream, a new study reveals the amount of cash that each generation would feel or need to feel happy. Gen Z and Gen X and baby boomers all putting that number between $120,000 and $130,000. But according to millennials, the cost of happiness is a cool $500,000. And so, Joel, it's interesting that people feel like the American dream is dead, but you have these young people with, I think, inflated senses of self, thinking they can only feel happy with $500,000. What?
Well, I actually am on the tail end of that millennial spectrum right now, so I did a little budget for myself at $500,000 a year, which I'm not quite earning at Heritage, and that would get you the country club membership, a penthouse apartment in DC, both a Lexus and a BMW, an upgrade to your wardrobe each and every month, and you would still have about $120,000 to pay your federal income taxes. So what I think the survey shows is less of a crass materialism on the part of millennials and more, I think it speaks the fact that a lot of us are not learning basic consumer math in undergrad. And, thankfully, there's other surveys that do show about 65% of millennials say that they're happy. I don't think that the millennial understands that if you're making $500,000 a year, that puts you in the top 3 of every 1,000 of your peers.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, but mainly, I just want to say this. Like, to you 2/3 so-called Negroes, Latinos, and you Native Americans that want to keep this wicked system going of America to keep going. Well, hey, this place is coming to an end. All right, you're gonna have the MOT. You're gonna have the the MOTB. All right, and so you're gonna have pretty much. You're gonna have, everything is brewing up. That, the World War III, and everything like that. So we've been telling you, but y'all didn't want to listen. But I want to go ahead and get the scripture right quick. Okay. Amos chapter 8, verses 11-12. Behold, the days come, said that the Lord, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, neither a thirst for water, but of hunger. The words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh, and they shall not find it. Why? Because they didn't take this seriously. Okay? But another thing too I want to say right quick, a lot of these things are happening is because that, hey, this devil knows that he has but a short time to rule over you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright, so let me get this. Revelation 12, verses 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, both the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowing that it hath but a short time. Okay, and that's why all these things are pretty much happening. Pretty much, Okay. And this is gonna be it, because like I said this was gonna be short. So 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verses 8 and 9. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob held the hand first the heel of Esau, and for Esau is in the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Alright, and so pretty much, this place is coming into an end. And like I said, rejoice that these things are happening for the ones that's of the elect. Okay, you 2/3 that's not gonna get it. Hey, you're gonna get your judgment, but you're gonna come back to the loins of the elect, and you'll come back in the kingdom and be righteous. But now you 2/3 got to get your judgment. Okay, so yeah, so Lord willing, that this is edifying. So with that, I want to give honors and glorious praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. The Bonus Passanel, this is a great millstone. A piece of Akim that's doing his work on the four corners of earth. Baba Ba, Kwam Pakiyan, Shalom.